Hey everybody, it's Pastor's wife, Missy Fusen from Chesapeake Christian Center. I wanted to reach out to you and tell you first and foremost, thank you for making the commitment to be a kids church greeter for the next year. I wanted to break down what that role looks like a little bit. You should have received the schedule from Sarah Givens, who will be the coordinator and point of contact moving forward. Pastor and I are just helping to get these programs off the ground and running. But then we have some great leaders that are in place that are going to help moving forward. So your role as a greeter is going to start right there in that kids' church hallway. So as soon as you come in the entryway there, you go through the double doors, and as you turn right in that hallway to go down towards the bathroom, you will be stationed at those double doors. Our goal is to have a volunteer badge or lanyard for you. And you will be there to literally greet every family that has children, really anybody that passes by. Feel free to say hello, welcome, but specifically the families that you see with children. Now, if you're not very familiar with all of our families right now that are at C3, everybody might seem like a visitor to you, and that's absolutely fine. So I encourage you to introduce yourself as the greeter. Hey, my name's Missy, and I'm the kids church greeter. You'll see me around in this hallway. If you have any questions about which classroom your kids go into, just ask. That's why I'm here. And who are you? Make sure you start to ask those questions and get to know the families, because with our regulars, you definitely want to be there to say, hey, Ariel, it's great to see you again this week. Hope you have fun in kids church. But really addressing those families, addressing the parents. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you guys. How are AJ and Joshua doing? How was school this week, right? Having those touch-base conversations so that people that walk down that kids church hallway feel connected right away, and they know that their kids are going to be loved. Now, as events come up, like there might be a time when the kids are singing in a service, or there's a special practice for something, Travis and Vicky will get flyers in your hand. They might hand you stuff and say, hey, can you just pass these out to the kids this week? That's all you're doing. So you're making those connections. And then as new families come and they don't know where to go as they're entering that hallway, that's where you can say, let me introduce you to some of our teachers. Hey, what age group are the kids that you have with you today? We have a nursery that is a cry room right now for moms. So it's not a staff nursery, but new moms are welcome to use it. It's up to 24 months old. We just ask that anytime you're in the nursery, you take your shoes off. And if you have any food in the nursery, that it's fed to the baby in the height chairs to help protect other children from allergies. We also have our toddler classroom, which is right next to the nursery. This is for ages 2 to 3 years old. This is another shoeless room. Some are still crawling and playing on the floor at this age, and we just want to protect them from any outside germs that we can that might be on the bottom of our shoes. Across the hallway from that is our preschool class. This is ages 4 and 5. And then after that, they go down into kids church. So from kindergarten to 5th grade, they're in that kids church room. So if they are new, what I would encourage you to do is just take a brief second, walk them to that room and introduce them to the teacher. Hey, I just met Shelly and Darren, and they brought their little boy, Micah, and I just wanted to bring them to you and make that connection. And then whoever is teaching that week can introduce themselves. They will handle the sign-in process. You don't have to worry about any of that. So it's just getting them from point A to their classroom and making sure they have that connection with the teacher, and then the teacher will take it from there. Your time slots are from 10 to 10:25. After that, feel free to go into service. But if you're noticing, if you do happen to get there before 10, you absolutely don't have to. But if you do get there before 10 and you start seeing parents start going that way, just remind them, hey, teachers aren't prepared to take students until 10 a.m. So we just ask that you hold off just a few more minutes for check-in, and that will help the teachers too. And we'll try to get some signage out on doors that say that as well, because we want to be sure that we're in place to welcome these families and that these children are supervised upon drop-off. So just as a quick summary, you will be on the schedule. I think it's once every 8 to 9 weeks. So we had a great influx of volunteers, which will really help it to not feel like it's too often. I would encourage you to use Suri as a reminder. She's my best friend in my organization. And I say all the time things like, hey, Suri, remind me on Saturday, October 23rd, that I'm scheduled to be the greeter Sunday, the 24th. And then on that Saturday, you're going to get a reminder pop up on your phone that you are the greeter, and it'll be a great reminder. I'll also try to send reminders out as I can to say, hey, don't forget your greeter tomorrow. Thank you so much for covering that role. So again, 10 to 10:25, you'll be in that hallway. Jody Conley is the person that is starting this first week on April 21st. If you want to shadow her, you want to just go stand over there, you're not sure exactly where those classrooms are, you just want to see, she can point you to those classrooms, she can show you where they're at. But if you're a little nervous, then definitely jump in on a week that you're not scheduled and join somebody else and do it together until you feel like you are comfortable. If you have any questions, you can absolutely come to myself and to Sarah as well. This is a new role that she's becoming familiar with as well. And her main focus is really that toddler class and the nursery class. But both of us are here to answer any greeter questions. So thank you once again, 10 to 10:25, greeting families, learning names, learning things about those kids. Hey, how was your soccer game last week? Really making those connections and making them feel loved. Thank you for serving. Thank you for being a part of the Chesapeake Christian Center Kids Ministry. We love you, and we look forward to what God is going to do in this new season. God bless.